It's time to learn about loops in JavaScript. A loop allows us to iterate over a piece of code and execute it multiple times. In JavaScript, we have three types of loops: while loop, do while loop, and for loop. And all these three loops do the same thing. They iterate over a piece of code and execute them. So for while loop, do while loop, and for loop, they have a different syntax, but they do exactly the same thing. And they also work in exactly the same way. So in this lecture, let's start with while loop and let's try to understand how loops work, how we can create a loop and execute a piece of code multiple times. Let's go to VS Code. Here I have written a very simple program. Here I have created this variable I, which is initialized with the value 1. And then we are logging this message, value of I is, and then the value stored in this variable I. So if I save the changes, it says value of I is 1. So it is working as expected. Now what I want is, I want to execute this piece of code 10 times. So without loops, I will have to write this code 10 times. If I save the changes, it logs value of I is 1, value of I is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 10. So we are executing the same piece of code 10 times. And for that, we are writing the same piece of code 10 times. Now, instead of doing it like this, what we can do is we can use a loop. So I can remove these 9 console.log statements. I can use a loop, and using that loop, I can execute this piece of code 10 times. Now, how can I do that? So for that, we are going to use while loop. Now, in case of while loop, we use while keyword followed by a set of parentheses. After that, we write a set of curly braces. So inside this curly braces, we write the logic which we want to execute multiple times. So in this case, we want to execute this piece of code multiple times. Okay. Now, inside these parentheses, we need to write a condition. Because if we don't specify a condition, first of all, we will get an error. And this loop should stop at some point of time, right? If we don't specify a condition based on which the loop should stop, the loop will keep on going indefinitely. It will keep on executing that piece of code indefinitely. And we don't want that to happen, because in that case, it will create an infinite loop and your program will break. So here we need to write a condition, and once that condition fails, that means once that condition returns false, the loop will stop. So here we will say if I is less than equal to 10. So what we want is, we want to execute this piece of code 10 times. So as long as the value of I is less than or equal to 10, the initial value of I here is 1. So as long as the value of I is less than or equal to 10, we want to execute this piece of code. As soon as the value of I is greater than 10, that means as soon as this I is 11, this condition will fail and the loop will stop. So currently the value of I is 1. So I less than equal to 10, the condition will return true. This code will be executed. Again, the loop will start. Again, the value of I is 1 only. It has not changed. So again, this condition will return true and this code will be executed. Again, the next iteration will start. Still the value of I is 1 and it is less than equal to 10. So again, the condition will return true and this code will be executed. So here, since we are not changing the value of I will always remain 1 and this condition will always return true. That means this loop here, it will never stop. It will keep on logging this message in the console indefinitely. So to avoid that, what we need to do is, every time the piece of code which we want to execute, once it has been executed, at the end, we are also going to increment the value of I. So we can say I plus plus. Okay, so now after this code will be executed, the value of I will be incremented. So for example, initial value of I is 1, 1 is less than equal to 10. This code block will be executed. There this message will be logged and value of I will be incremented to 2. Now 2 is less than 10. Again, condition will return true. This code will be executed and value of I will be incremented to 3. So again, condition will be checked, 3 less than equal to 10, and this will keep on going till the value of I is 10. So 10 less than equal to 10, condition will return true, this code will be executed and the value of I will increment to 11. And as soon as the value of I is 11, 11 is not less than equal to 10, this condition will fail and the loop will stop. So let me go ahead and let me save the changes, and you will see that here we have value of I is 1, value of I is 3, value of I is 5, value of I is 7, and value of I is 9. Now why is that? That's because here also we are incrementing the value of I, and here also we are incrementing the value of I. So the value of I is getting incremented 2 times. That's why we have this result. So here, since we are already incrementing the value of I in this message, we don't need this increment. But I just wanted to show you that in the condition, so whatever variable you have used in the condition, its value must change so that the condition will fail at some point of time and the loop will stop. Now if I save the changes, you will see the result. Value of I is 1, value of I is 2, value of I is 3, and so on till value of I is 10. And as soon as the value of I is 11, this condition has failed and the loop has stopped, and this code block has not been executed. So to create a while loop, you need to follow 3 steps. In the first step, you need to create a variable and you need to initialize it with some initial value. In the second step, you use while keyword to create the while loop, and there you specify a condition. And as long as that condition returns true, the body of the while loop will be executed. And in the third step, you increment or decrement the value of the variable which you have used in the condition inside the while loop body. Okay, so these are the 3 steps you need to follow to create a while loop. Now, what if instead of printing value from 1 to 10, I want to print value from 10 to 1? I want to print the values in decrementing order. How we can do that? Doing that is very simple. So you want to start from 10, put the initial value of I as 10. Now you want to decrement the value, right? So here instead of I plus plus, you will say I minus minus. And now for each iteration, the value of I will decrement, right? So here in the condition, you need to check I should be greater than equal to 1. So we want to print from 10 to 1, right? And for each iteration, we are decrementing the value of I. So the message will start from value of I is 10, value of I is 9, value of I is 8, and so on. And then value of I is 1, because here we are also checking I greater than equal to 1. So when I is equal to 1, that time also it will log the message. And after that, the value of I will decrement to 0. And 0, it is neither greater nor equal to 1. So in that case, the condition will fail and the loop will stop. So now if I save the changes, you will see that the message are printed in decrementing order from 10 to 1. Now, using while loop, we can also loop over an array. So what I will do is, I will create an array. Okay, now what I want is, I want to access each element of this user array and I want to log it in the console. All right. So for now, let me comment this while loop and let's write another while loop. So for creating a while loop, we use while keyword followed by a set of parentheses and then the curly braces. And in the curly braces, we write the logic. Now here, what we want is, we want to loop over this array, and for each iteration, we want to get the element of that array. So for the first iteration, we want to access this element and print it in the console. For the second iteration, we want to access this element and print it in the console. For the third iteration, we want to access this element and print it in the console, and so on. And we know that in order to access an element of an array, we need to use its index. And the index of an array starts from 0. So here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a variable. I'll simply call it as index, and we will set it to 0 because the index of an array starts from 0. And in the condition, what we want is, we want to loop over the array as long as the value of this index is less than the number of elements in this array. So here the number of elements in this array is 4. So the index of last element will be 3, right? So as long as the value of this index is less than 4, we want to loop over this array. And for that, I can say index less than the length of the array. So when I say user.length, it is going to give us the number of elements in that user array. So as long as the value of this index is less than the length of the array, we want to keep on iterating. And we want to iterate over this array, right? And what do we want to do in each iteration? In each iteration, I want to get the elements from this user array and I want to log it in the console. So here I can simply say console.log. To access the elements of user array, first we need to use the array name, which is user, square brackets, and then we need to specify the index for the element which we want to access. So for the index, I'm going to pass the value stored in this index variable. Okay. Now here, what will happen is this while loop will start. It will check if the value of index is less than user length. So value of index is 0 and user length is 4. So 0 is less than 4. It is going to execute this while body and it is going to log the element at index 0 in this user array. So it is going to log John. Now we also need to increment the value of this index variable. If we don't do that, the value stored in this index variable will always be 0, and in that case this condition is always going to return true. So it will make this loop an infinite loop, and we don't want that to happen. So we can simply say index plus plus. So for each iteration, we are going to increment the index variable value. With this, now if I save the changes, you will see it has logged John, Steve, Mary, and Mark. So in this way, using this while loop, we are looping over this user array and we are printing each of its elements in the console. I hope this logic is clear. Still, if you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. So this was about while loop in JavaScript. Now you need to remember one thing about while loop. If the condition does not pass, then this while loop will not get executed. For example, if I set this index to 4, if I set the value of this index variable to 4, in that case, the length of this user array is 4. So in that case, this condition will never return true, right? Because 4 is never going to be less than 4, because this user length is 4. This condition will only return true if we go ahead and if we add one more element in this user array. But if we don't do that in this example, since this array has only 4 elements and the value of index is 4, this condition will never return true. And when the condition will never return true, the while loop body will never get executed. This you need to remember, because this same concept we are going to talk about in our next lecture when we will talk about do while loop. And there we will try to understand the difference between while and do while. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.